Well, as you can see from the state of the boat inside, that means only one thing: we are leaving. The weather window has mysteriously appeared literally about 24 hours ago, and it's just too good to miss. Literally, we have about 4 days of calm, so we've decided we're gonna take it and we are heading to Aruba. So basically I have about 30 hours to do everything we need to do for the long passage. We haven't really provisioned anything, so I've already done one run to the supermarket for the dried stuff, and now we need to head out and get some fresh food and produce for the journey and get this boat on a show again. I'm not ready to leave Cartagena. We've been here for a few weeks. It was just absolutely wonderful. We were enjoying everything the city has to offer. Ice creams, we were going to the gym every day. That's right, we joined for the month. It was just wonderful, and deep down I was hoping that the weather window we're gonna get, we will have about 10 days notice and I will be able to prepare slowly, but no, we literally got 30-hour notice. So it is what it is. Aruba awaits.
Well, that's a surprise. It's goodbye Cartagena and hello to the Eastern Caribbean. We've got the weather window that we were finally waiting for, and it really snuck up on us. We were assuming that with a 10-day forecast we'd be able to see this one coming, but no, it just opened up right in the middle of an existing period that we'd already looked at. So long story short, we're leaving with about 36 hours notice that the captain gave to the first mate, and you can imagine how well that went down. But we really rallied yesterday and got all of the final jobs done. We checked out, we arranged the agent, we've had the bottom scrubbed. We've got the boat almost ready to sail. Captain needs to scrub the decks because the only bad thing about life here in Cartagena is it's very, very dirty air. So the boat is filthy. It's protected by a few millimeters of dirt and grime, I think. So I'll just scrub that off before we get underway. But no, our time in the city has been fantastic. It's such an amazing privilege being able to split our time like this between remote islands and San Blas and Panama, and also just sail into the middle of a city and have the best of both. We've been here almost a month, like 3 weeks and a bit, and we could easily stay a lot longer. But the window is opened and we don't know when the next one is going to come along, so we're just going to have to jump. It's very, very difficult to sail east in the Caribbean, and especially here in the southern Caribbean, the north coast of South America, the wind really funnels. The trade winds are blowing constantly from the east, and we have a period right now where they're just stopped, or at least much, much calmer than usual. There's a window that's opening, and it's kind of like the parting of the Red Sea, if you like. You watch Bohemia's predicted track going into it, and the wind just stops. We're set up, I think, for a 80-ish hour passage. It's about 400 miles over to Aruba from here. So it's one of our longest passages, certainly our longest passage in recent memory, and it'll also be the longest time that we're planning to run the engine. We're going to have a tiny bit of sailing, but this is mainly going to be miles under diesel power, a captain's least favorite kind, but sometimes that's what it takes to get east out here. Yeah, so here's hoping. It should be a good one. We're leaving with our buddy boat, Salachia. They're a much bigger and faster boat than us, so we're going to leave ahead of them, and they may catch us up and no doubt overtake us sometime during the night. Loose buddy boating, let's call it.
Here we go, last preparations are on the way. Everything is cooked. I've done bolognese, I've done lentil soup, I've pre-boiled the eggs. I bought so many snack food, little protein bars and nut mixes and all of that. So, you know, hopefully we have some appetite for this. The AC has been switched off. Tommy's just putting it away. I'm nearly in tears because it's already like 90 degrees inside of the boat. So I think we're just gonna go now. We didn't want to go for the next 2 hours, but it's just boiling as hell here. So we're just gonna go for it. Famous last words.
I don't want to go either. There's been so much preparation for this passage, and it's all taken place literally in the last 24 hours, really. I think we've got about everything covered that we possibly can, and we feel a lot better when we're just out there and going. I'm just overthinking everything at this stage. It's going to be the longest passage that we've done in how many years? 5 years, I think. So there we go, bring it on.
I don't want it. You can keep the Eastern Caribbean. I'm very happy just here. Here we go. Here it starts. Well, goodbye Cartagena. It is still one of my very, very special places in the world. There isn't that many cities around the world that you can go and visit a marina and be so close to the old town for a reasonable price. So we've been here for nearly a month. I was hoping for 2, but I was overruled. So the rest of the season is what I say it is. So just get me to Aruba safely and I will be very happy.
I'm not sure he's going to be very happy. He'll be content. And he's got a special birthday, our special boy as well, soon after we arrive. So I have a feeling it wasn't an idle threat. It really is going to be all about him from now on.
I forgot about that, totally. It's very hot today, very, very hot. Let's hope it's going to be better on the ocean. I miss the AC already. It's a shock to my body.
Yeah, I got real mixed emotions about leaving Cartagena. It's not the captain that's forcing us out, it's the weather. I could have easily spent another month here myself, and plan B was even to store Bohemia here for the hurricane season. But a window like this is too good to pass up, I think. And we'd be kicking ourselves if another one didn't come along before we have to fly back to Europe.
Today is the 1st of May, so in theory we only have 2 more months of sailing around and then we are flying to Europe for our summer break. So as he says, it will be quite tight to wait, let's say another 7 or 8 weeks for a window, and then with the haul out and all of that, it will be extremely tight. So I think this is the best decision. Let's just hope that all goes well. It's a really long passage. I mean, today is Wednesday lunchtime and we're gonna be all day today at sea, all day Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday. We haven't done that for years. I think the last long passage like this was San Diego to Cabo San Lucas or something like that.
Yeah, and in that passage we were sailing. It's a lot more stressful using the engine, let me tell you. There's a lot less room for things to go wrong. Well, this can only be a good omen for our passage. We just crossed out the defensive wall outside of the city. We're just free of Cartagena harbour and sails out. We got about 10 knots, 10 to 12 on the nose, and we're just about to bear away to a beautiful beam reach. Maybe even engine off, we'll see.
Ready, Captain?
Ready.
There you go, let's hope the entire passage is like this. I made a deal with him down below, you see. If he gets me to Aruba safely, I'm gonna be extra naughty for the entire year.
There we go, you heard it here first. The secret to the first mate getting what he wants. Friends down below, and not in the galley.
Okay, if the entire passage would be like this, I'd take it any day, and I could go across any ocean in the world. You know, I may be an ocean crosser one day, you never know. Because in these conditions, I wouldn't spill my margaritas, would I? Look, it's not really moving that much.
I don't like to burst the first mate's bubble. Let's just leave him going, shall we? One of us has looked ahead on the rest of the forecast, though.
I live in denial. It's the best place to be, let me tell you. A secret to a happy life. She's going places. From Pacific Ocean all the way to Aruba. Look at her hair. Is the wind moving forward now?
Yeah, the wind is slowly coming forward. As expected, but we'll make of it what we can. Make hay while the sun shines and the wind blows, something like that.
Is there lunch?
Lunch. Take your pick. I got an apple, the end of a baguette, a little bit of salt, and some hard-boiled eggs. That's what happens when you send the captain down to the galley, you see. Too lazy to get up off his comfortable cushion.
I've done all of this food, you know that. I lay the eggs myself, pick the apples and bake the bread. Oh, give it here.
Just testing.
An egg.
Go on, crack.
Yeah, thank you. Best eat something now before it gets rock and roll. Hey guys, it started. We've got the wind on the nose. Don't know for how long. So we roll the jib in and we are motoring forward. We're keeping the main up to give the boat more stability, but maybe we will roll in. Not sure yet. So far it's okay. It's not uncomfortable, but we know we have another 8 hours of this probably.
Special thanks in this episode go to all of our patrons for diligently following the First Mate's Diary page by page. If you enjoyed this episode, you can now buy the crew a drink directly. Just look for the thanks button below the video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.